Sentimos limpia, limpia, spirititos.
Hello, hello, testing,
Cantaremos
testing.
y carritos, abuelita curandera. Danzaremos muy juntitos, sirenita bobinsana.
Okay, bye. Hi, are you coming for Yin? Oh, yay. All right. Hello, good evening. Welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and find our way into a comfortable seat, please. Crossing your legs, scooting your sit bones back. Begin to lengthen your spine. Sit up a little taller, broaden across your collarbones, lift your heart, and when you feel ready, you can close down your eyes. And then just soften your eyelids, soften your eyebrows, smooth out the space in between your forehead. And let's all just arrive in gratitude that we get to end our week this way, here on our mat. Settling deeper into our breath, begin to inhale through your nose. And exhale. Two more. Breathe in. And listen to the sound of your exhale as you breathe out. Beautiful. One more. This time we'll pause at the top, so deepen it down to the base of your abdomen. And let it go. Lengthening and letting go, diving into our hamstrings. All right, start to find your way into a forward fold. This will be our first shape. So step your feet as wide as your hips, about 2 fist distance. And our props are available for suggestion. If they work, great. If you don't want to use them, no worries. So you can take a blanket, fold it, place it in between your belly and your thighs, and just let your upper body drape over your legs. All will need a bend in our knees, because we tend to try to dive too much into the hamstrings to get the stretch, and it actually pulls too much on the psoas in the lower back. So by loosening up the backs of our legs, the energetic line of the hamstrings, we then can start to loosen tension into our lumbar spine. So as we dive into this evening of lengthening and letting go, start to soften from your feet and your toes, your knees, your knee joints, your kneecaps, up the backs of your legs, softening your glutes, and then running your breath down your spine, lengthening the back of your neck, and start to release tension in your jaw. Let your tongue be heavy, and then feel the weight of your head surrendering towards the earth. Through our practice of Yin, we'll be holding these shapes for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So in this stillness, the intention is to be in devotion to your breath, Also creating a little bit of discipline to your presence. And then the next layer is the observation of your mind. And then we just ride that journey over and over again, refining and smoothing, making more space for peace, making more space for acceptance, making more space for forgiveness, making more space for love. Just be with your breath. A little more awareness to your exhales. Can you lengthen out your breath, continuously smoothing it out as you pour yourself forward? Releasing the fascia and the entire posterior chain, the hamstrings, calves, lower back. Almost there. Together, deep breath in and out. Now, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, begin to roll yourself up to standing into mountain pose. Let your arms go by your side, head stacks last, and then just close your eyes. Let the blood redirect down from your brain, your head. Feel the weight evenly distributed amongst the soles of your feet. Already feeling the shift, the spaciousness. Alrighty, beautiful. Now we'll go ahead and make our way onto our backs. Have your blocks handy and lie all the way down. Coming into reclined bound angle, so soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Blocks can go underneath the backs of your knees. Again, if you want this support. Otherwise, gravity is going to open up your inner thighs. Invitation to place a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly, or if your hands landed somewhere else that feels more natural to you. Then land there. Little slide of your shoulder blades and slight tuck of your chin. Now as we arrive, deep breath, feel your diaphragm start to expand apart. And then send your exhale all the way down to your tailbone. Let the hip flexors soften. Continuously slowing down your breath and just let your awareness follow the sensations in your body. May this be a time that you can reconnect to a deeper layer of yourself that maybe slipped away throughout the week. And as you allow the pose to enter you layer by layer, may these moments of quiet and stillness invite in the blessings that are already there, that are already within. As we approach our last few breaths, invitation to deepen, lengthen, you can bring the hands to the backs of your knees. Close your legs, plant your feet. Good. You can bring your knees into your chest. Just push your lower back down into your mat with a gentle rock side to side. We'll need our strap. You'll stay remaining on your back with your knees bent. Oh, I have it. I have one up here for you. Yes, of course. There you go. All right. So let's start with extending our right leg to the ceiling. Place that strap underneath the ball mound of the right foot. And then you can place one part of the strap in one hand and the other in the other hand. Lowering your shoulders and head down to your mat. So finding just enough range of tension to where you're not pulling, because in yin we want to be more passive so we can get into the fascia and the tissue. All right, and if that left knee's bent and that feels good for you in your lower back, you can keep it there, or you can start to extend, lengthening out your hip flexor. Important to relax your upper body. And it may even feel good to invite in a micro bend in your knee. Just holding and breathing. Use this practice as a meditation. If the mind starts to bounce around or think too many thoughts, witness yourself being aware that that is happening, and then focus back on your breath, back on the sensations in your body, and watch what happens to your mind. And this becomes a dance. It also broadens our awareness and helps us to regulate our nervous system. So we can start to embody this as a practice that not only happens on our mat, but out there. Approaching our final moments on this side. Start to rebend your left knee, and then release the strap from your right. Plant your right foot and just pause here. Relax your hands by your side, fingers. we'll go ahead and switch sides. Lift your left foot, place the strap underneath the ball mound of the foot, and then extend your leg to the ceiling. First, starting with the upper body, relaxing shoulders down. Finding your edge, that sweet in between of resistance, and then you can extend your right leg if that feels okay on this side. Noticing that if this side may be a little tighter, how you naturally breathe a little deeper to soften and to find that balance. Layer by layer, breath by breath. Continue to witness the lengthening and the letting go. Your inhales, receptivity, and your exhales. Last few breaths here. Start to rebend your right knee. Release your left foot from the strap, bending your left. Just a moment here, and then bring your knees into your chest. Push your spine down into your mat, possibly rock a little right, left. With your knees in your chest, you can roll yourself over to the left side. Gently pushing yourself up to a seat. All right. Grab your folded blanket and place it at the top of your mat. And then just slide, the back of your mat. Yeah, towards the back of the room. Awesome. And then just, thank you, Mike. And then just slide your sit bones right on the edge. And you'll notice your tailbone just tilts back ever so slightly. So we're giving leverage to the spine. And then extend your right leg out just a little bit. Left foot to the inside, half butterfly pose. Now, if you feel a lot of tension in this left knee, you can use the bolster underneath it. And then we'll take our blocks, lift up and to the right, block on each side of your leg. And then when you fold, you can bring your forearms to the blocks. Blocks are optional. Maybe forearms can touch the ground. You can also change the height on the blocks. And there's a subtle twist here. You'll feel the left side of your waist lengthening. So we want to really work to center our right thigh with our torso. So just very subtle twist, softening that left shoulder down. So one block on the outside of the leg, the other block on the inside of the leg. All right. And then also another little helpful tip is you ideally want the elbows underneath the shoulders. Inviting in some deeper breaths as you continue to smooth out and lengthen. As you start to surrender yourself forward, closing your eyes and going a little inward, asking yourself, what are you letting go of? Exploring this inner dialogue between you and yourself. Releasing any attachments, and always can come back to just the present moment, the breath, the sensations, the sounds. Keep meeting yourself where you're at. much into the posture where you have to back out, but noticing, can you ease in halfway and then let your breath surrender you the other half. You can practice this. So we're working through the fascia of our hamstring, getting into the outer hip joint and the psoas, which is the tendon connected to the front of the hip, to the sacrum and the lumbar spine, the low back. Creating space in between each vertebrae as we slightly round our back forward. And we have just one more breath here. Roll yourself up and then pause upright once your head stacks over your shoulders. Find a little lift in your chest, broadening across your collarbones. Ready to switch sides. Extend your left leg out slightly to the left, right foot inside. Making subtle adjustments as you dive into this side, and there is that subtle lift up and twist. So then the thigh center to the belly, and then you fold as we start to travel down the outer right waist. And maybe this side, you back out a little. We have time here. And then we come back to that lengthening. So lengthening out your breath, sending it through the fascia. And then letting go on the exhale, which then brings you a little deeper. And then we repeat that. Presence, everyone. Deepen your last breath here. And then we rise. Stack your spine. Sit up tall. Eyes closed. And we witness the magic that happens in these sacred moments of pause, the in-between. All right, caterpillar pose. Our legs extend out in front of us. You can keep your seat on the edge of the blanket. Option 1, no props. Option 2, bolster behind the backs of your knees. And those are our options. You can also place the bolster on top of your legs and leaning over, and then maybe a block under your forehead. Eliminating any tension in shoulders and spine. So start to make those little adjustments. You can always alter something first couple moments. And again, by just bringing that micro bend to the backs of the knees with the bolster, it eliminates from pulling on the low back. Continuously targeting our hamstrings. And as we start to feel a little more compressed here, check in with the depth of your breath. Can you feel it travel down the base of your spine as you inhale? And then as you exhale, allow it to travel up the front side of your body and out through the crown of your head. Visualizing your breath working down your spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, weaving through the front side, continuously creating this circular motion. Breathing in and breathing out. Rinsing and washing away any stagnancy, any contraction. back presence, aware of your mind. Less than a minute left. You're doing great. Let your next inhale roll you up. Arrive in an upright seat. Soft gaze inward. Present with the currency of your life force just through this deep stretch. We'll make our way onto all fours. You can move your blanket so it brings a little cushion under your knees, and then place your blocks at the top of your mat. Bringing your palms to your blocks. Make sure they're right under your shoulders, hips over your knees. And then we'll step our right leg forward. Tuck your back toe and just slide it back just a little bit. Coming into dragon, but variation of half splits. So once you're set up here, you're going to start to pull your hip back. Slide your foot forward a bit so you can roll onto your heel and then walk your blocks back. Now you want the weight to feel centered so you're not putting too much back, but that hip is right over your knee. More weight into the front hamstring, the right leg. Good. So continue to trust the process. Sometimes when we start to dive a little deeper into sensation, more can come up. And then you can just use your breath to continue to lengthen it out and let it go. So good, almost there. Stay with it. Start to just lengthen out your spine a little bit. Walk your hands back, and then you'll slide yourself back to a tabletop as gracefully as you can. Plant your hands on your mat, and then just flow through some slow cats and cows, arching and rounding your spine. Whatever else feels good before we switch sides. Actually, let's go ahead and tuck the toes and just sit back for a little toe stand just for a moment. If that's too much, then just be on the tops of your feet. And then just give your wrists a little roll out. Release tension in your wrist joints here. Okay, I think we're ready. Other side we go, tabletop. Step your left foot forward, and then you'll tuck your back toes and just slide your knee back just a little bit. Then you start to inch your left foot forward, rolling onto your heel as you walk your hands back, finding length along the left leg. And start to make those little adjustments, making sure you feel steady and centered, that the weight is more in the front leg. Your wrists are supported under your shoulders. Taking a little scan as you soften the edges. Come back to what you feel. Notice the length of your breath in and out. And can you lengthen your exhales just a little bit more? Do you allow yourself to take deep, nourishing breaths throughout your day? Whether it's in your car or in the shower. Remembering that our breath is medicine. It's there to help us regulate our nervous system, to navigate through stress. Just a minute left. Amazing work. All right, last breath. Carefully start to walk your hands back. Pull your hips back, knee underneath you, tabletop, hands to your mat. And cat-cow. And once you feel complete, you'll find your way onto your seat. And we're going to come into dragonfly wide leg, forward fold. Option to sit on the edge of your blanket. Open your legs as wide as feels good to you. And then the props. You can place the bolster kind of diagonal and just lean your head on it. You can also place it on top of the blocks, bringing it up to you, or just right on the ground. There we go. Rest your arms. And we bring a little support to the forehead, so we continuously release the tension out of our shoulders that we naturally just carry throughout many parts of our day. So here we're here to create space. targeting the inner and outer fibers of our hamstring. When we continue to soften the hamstrings, we're not just stretching the backs of the legs, but we're continuously inviting in ease into our low back, calming our nervous system, and creating space in the entire posterior chain of our body. This can relate to many issues such as neck stiffness, foot issues, low back tension. So we're working with these meridians Let's take one more breath here. Nice job. Come on up. You'll lean back, slide your legs together, plant your feet, bend your knees, and windshield wiper knees right and left. Go slow. once you feel complete there, lie on down to your back, please. Bring your knees into your chest. And we'll get ready for a supine twist. Let your knees go to the right. And if your shoulders are lifted up off your mat, I advise you to put something in between your thighs, a block or a blanket. And we want the shoulders down so we can twist into our spine. You can stay here. If you want a little more for your IT band, you can extend that top leg out to the left. And if you try it and it's too much, you can always go back. Just an invitation. Come back to center. Pull your knees towards your chest. Realign your spine. Getting ready to twist over to the left. Softening your shoulders down, landing here for a moment. Now you can straighten your top leg if that felt good for you on the other side. Feeling open. Okay, come back to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Final little movements here. Start to make your way completely down onto your mat. Just extending your legs out, letting your feet fall out. Arms by your side. Rotate your palms up and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Get real soft. All right, deep breath in together. And deep breath out. Fully surrendering the practice, the art of letting go. Drifting deeper and deeper. Shavasana. Start to come back. Receive your breath. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Feel. Rock your head side to side. Stretch your body. And when you're ready, you can make your way onto your right side. Come on up to a seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Allow this to be a symbol of honor for yourself and just this exploration of presence with your body and your breath and trusting this journey and all the gifts and tools that it gives you outside of this room. Thank you for your presence. Together, deep breath in. Namaste. All right, beautiful job, everyone. Thank you, thank you. My name is Lauren. If you have any questions, come chat. I teach YIN every Monday, Wednesday at 5:30 and Fridays at 10:30. I hope to see you back soon. Have a wonderful week.